And now, Jabroni Studios, in association with Big Herm Productions, is proud to present to you, recording from an undisclosed location in Oakdale, Connecticut, it's Chris Burns,
It's Matt Marsh, too.
This is Dysfunction Junction.
You ever wonder what it's like to be dead? Well, we're all going to find out someday, but today, we're going to find out what each other will say about each other as we go in a circle and eulogize each other in a counterclockwise direction. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Burns and Allen Funeral Home in Norwich, Connecticut, welcome to this service of Dysfunction Junction.
Hell yeah, there we go.
All right. Already, Kahuna's in the comment section. Hello
All
from
right,
down under,
Kahuna's
mate.
here.
My man. Love
I got
the Kahuna.
something you can see from down under.
You stop it right now. My name's Chris Burns. With me, as always, is the Possum King himself. And that's a beautiful keyboard. The one and only Chris
I
Lynch.
kind of like the rainbow thing.
Hello.
I like the thing.
That is kind of nice. I want one now. That's just kind of like space age shit right there. Like Star Trek stuff. I like it. Anyway, going back around the horn. 6 a.m. down there in old Australia. So thank you for being up early with us. We appreciate you.
Woke up late, did you?
From the greens and fairways of Groton, Connecticut, please welcome the property bro himself, Mr. Matt Marsh.
Hey there.
He's going to flip that house before you know it. Then, of course, the producer extraordinaire, the man with no hair. It's Michael P.S. Herman. Big Herm.
Hello.
So we'll get into. I'm gonna say this now and put it out in the world and hope it manifests. When we're done eulogizing each other, I want to hear your idea for that Princess Bride movie.
All right.
And we'll bat around some ideas because you have my brain rolling now. I want to talk about not only the original Princess Bride, but how we could make the second one with your suggestions as he leaves the show. Okay. Boy, we're just having a fun day today, aren't we? You didn't hear what? Oh no, you had to back out for a particular reason, and I understand. So, Harm, you told us which direction we're going in.
Yes.
You're going to tell us who's going to start.
All right, I'm going to start with Lynch.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
Now, everybody close your eyes, and we don't want them to be, but let's pretend that Lynch has gone to the afterlife, the big cinema in the sky. Herm, have the fires stopped?
No, they're 98,000 acres and about 36% contained right now. We have 17. I have 1,700 firefighters and 1,000 National Guardsmen using
You start feeding these guys yet or no?
We're not doing it. National Guard has their own,
chow
mess
unit
that runs with them.
Yeah.
And the fire department does too. We were only feeding them as an interim before the mess company that they run with was able to show up and set up. But yeah, fires are still rocking, plus a bunch more.
Okay. And Kahuna says, shit, that's no good. Hey, 36% is better than none.
Yeah, I mean, the fire's just at a rate now where it grows exponentially. So even as it's 36% contained, but it's grown exponentially as you've contained it. So your 36% is 36% of now a larger fire, not the smaller fire it was this morning. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like weird, like 36%. Yeah, but it grew 12%. So it's not
that might have been last week's 48%.
right. You know what I mean? For a fire that started out as a dozen acres.
Right. All right. So let's get this party started. We're here to remember the memory of one Christopher Lynch.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here today to say goodbye to my good friend Christopher Lynch. Lynch was a unique soul. You could find him on Saturdays down at the dump looking for bargain electronics. Why? We don't know. He loved it. Maybe there's a special trophy when you get to heaven for the most recycled dump TVs in a single lifetime. And if there is, Lynch is winning that fucking trophy.
Yep.
Because as Lynch says, more TVs. Lynch loved to talk about all sorts of things. He loved discussing music and movies. He'd chat for hours about a good book or some random documentary that he'd recently seen that just surprised the shit out of him. And if he'd taken a couple of gummies, you can guarantee that 45 minutes after swallowing those fuckers, he was talking about something that had to do with the ass. No specific point, just the ass in general. And we enjoyed it. Ask his friends. They'll all tell you. They're here today. Lynch liked to fill his free time with hobbies, and not just the same fucking one forever. Lynch changed hobbies the way the wind changes direction. As soon as you figured out what the fuck his new hobby was, and you were starting to understand the lingo he was fucking talking, he changed that bitch. I recall the woodworking.
Keeps you on your fucking toes.
Shut up, you're dead, bitch.
Oh, see?
Shut the fuck up, you're dead.
Now we need a eulogy and an exorcism.
Right? Now I gotta have a fucking priest. We were trying to avoid that. Lynch survived brain cancer and was totally winning with a battle with alcoholism, which seems really fucking ironic because now all he ever did after that was give us headaches and make us want to drink. He was an animal lover. He worked with a lot of shelters with his wife and with rescues. Loving animals so much, he let a displaced by wildfire family of raccoons live in his beard right up until the very end. As you can
They're
see
here today in the front row.
As you can see from the flowers in the front row, the raccoon family is very appreciative. He was an integral part of our podcast and just an old fucking curmudgeon, and he will be missed dearly by all of us. Sleep well, my friend.
Amen. You're
That's
smiling now. You weren't smiling 5 minutes ago. I've caught you smiling 5 times already.
Ladies
That
and
was
gentlemen,
good.
the king of dump TVs, because more TVs.
Right? And the comment section's lighting up, not the dumpster TVs. Wow, that is so beautiful. Well said. Rest in peace. Turned a man into a 2-pack a day man. Look at you. You're in a good mood now, because guess what? It's your turn. And I am not looking
Oh, this is exactly what's going to happen at all of our funerals. It's exactly.
Oh, no
I'm
doubt.
saving this fucker. I'm just going to add shit to it from now on as you fucking move around and change. I'm going to add a fucking list of hobbies as long as my fucking arm.
Marsh's wife is going to want to stab me in the eye with an ice pick.
Bro, I was half tempted to be like, and he even, and I wanted to put something like, and in his will, he even said, you'll notice today, Lynch is clean shaven. That's because he donated his beard so that the raccoon family would always have a home.
Wow.
Make a toupee out of it. A toupee. A merkin. You can make how many merkins you can make out of this fucking thing?
As you can see, the raccoon family has turned Lynch's beard into a yurt.
Oh my god! With all that hair, they could make a condo.
They're so appreciative. I mean, they have reserved seats in the front row.
I am not looking forward to this.
So now we're just going to continue the counterclockwise motion and rub it round backwards.
That's what she said.
Yes, she did.
Oh, Lynch drew me, or was assigned me by Herm.
It just happened. It's the way the fucking. And honestly, let's be honest. It's literally just the way everybody popped in on the show and was added in that week. It's
okay.
not. I mean, technically, you're normally up top.
Correct.
Yes.
Get all the shitty pot out of my lungs.
You did what now?
Getting all the shitty weed out of my lungs.
Oh, no, dude, let it all go. Like you're at the funeral hiring shit. I love it.
Oh, I would be. I would be.
Fat Matt says, Willie Nelson, I'm a big fan. Did you really smoke with JFK Jr. on the roof of the White House?
Probably.
I learned it by watching you.
I learned it by watching Uncle Willie.
He didn't
There we go.
inhale.
No. All right, let's hear it.
Yeah, Monica didn't give me a blowjob. She didn't swallow.
Right.
Anyway,
Right?
I dreaded this last week when it was drawn to me that I ended up with Chris Burns.
I was gonna say, I know you had some fun with this. You've got it's kind of it worked out. Look, it worked out well. All right. You were fucking. You're fucking new to me. You've got a long time with him. Matt is a short and to back in, but not for a knowing period. And I'm long with Matt as far as known, but only
We're
recently
acquainted.
back in the circle. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
To
we've all
answer,
got different fucked up portraits.
Yes, Fat Matt. We're eulogizing each other.
but
Yes.
we're not doing like Lynch isn't doing 3 and I'm not doing 3. We're
No,
going.
we're
in
all
the
we each did one person, and we're just gonna keep going back and over. But
We did this shit. Guess what? You're the asshole who gets to talk at this guy's funeral. Good
Yep.
luck.
Here you go. You got 5 minutes.
All right,
Go.
I'm gonna
and
preface-
let's be honest, that's how it actually happens. I need you to talk at someone's funeral. Fuck.
When you say the words, I'm going to
When I-
prep this, I get scared.
But I'm gonna preface this by saying, Chris, you know I love you like a
Yes.
brother.
Yes.
Ladies and
And-
gentlemen,
but this
those
is
of you
nothing-
out there that don't
Nothing
understand
I'm
Herm.
what that means.
I got to hear what he has to say. Love you
nothing
like a
I'm
brother.
about to say. I haven't already said to your face
Oof.
at
No.
least 9 million times.
Okay.
And there was
9 million.
probably an I told you so in there as well.
Just one.
All right.
I'm being very gracious here.
was
This
just
is
gonna
Chris's
say,
funeral.
what?
I'm trying to be nice.
Oh my God. I'm going to shut up now.
Yes.
To have known Chris
Funeral.
Burns, as born on December 8th, 1972, was to know that as much as he loved his daughter Emma,
Hey,
his mother and his father, and his brother, he also loved his friends very, very deeply and dearly. And he had that passion for just about anything he was interested in. He gave it 110%, all in, all the time. Now, Chris and I have been through some ups and downs. We've agreed to disagree. We've disagreed. And we've wholeheartedly agreed. But at the end of the day, Chris was always willing to listen. He was always a good ear. However,
However, here it
Stealing
comes.
my shit. He's stealing my shit.
you're dead.
dead.
Shut the fuck up. I'm stealing it.
Deal with it.
I
bitch.
said that 15 years before you said it in front of me the first time. I don't want to hear it.
Okay. I
Because
just
I got
never
it from
heard
my dad. Chris could pick good friends. He usually
Uh-oh.
picked a good group of people to be around. Some better than others. Some pop like a dud and are now no longer part of the cool kids club. One thing in particular that Chris was really, really not that great at was picking his mate. To know Chris is to have lived through the relationships that I've lived through with Mr. Burns. Now, I've always made it a motto of mine to not stick my dick in crazy.
Excuse
Crispy made it a sport.
me. Excuse me. But if this is how the eulogy is going, niggas is going to be
Yes.
standing up testifying in the crowd too. Be like, hey, man, hold up. I got a fucking story. You forgot about this one.
So where was I? So my motto's always been not to stick your crazy. Chris made it a competition sport. It was full
It was a mission
contact.
statement.
I'm going to fail upward each successive time that I go from one crazy broad to the next.
Amen.
But I give Chris a lot of credit. He recognized it, and he's aware of it. And as much as he drove me fucking crazy with some of the shit that was said, done, accused, whatever, in my heart of hearts, I always know what Chris told me was the truth. I just wished that he found that happiness that I found with my wife. And I hope that even in the afterlife, he finds it.
We wished you had a water.
May you rest in peace. Hey, you never know what can happen in heaven. You could be banging Brooke Shields. Oh, who's hot that died? Brooke Shields isn't dead yet.
Betty White.
Marilyn Monroe.
Betty White.
Betty White. You could be banging a 1942 version of Betty White. So, you know, God bless you. Say some for me. But rest well, Christopher Leon Burns.
Go to
Leon.
sleep, bitch.
Leon.
Yeah.
Leon.
All right,
Calling you Leon.
I'll accept Leon, even though my middle name is
Leon
Edward. I
Phelps.
will accept
Well, it's-
Leon.
I was
I
gonna
know.
say it's but it's all about the tuna fish sandwich.
Well, I'm glad somebody brought up Leon Phelps.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, to say some kind words about the deceased Matt Marsh,
Mr. Christopher Burns.
Mr. Christopher Burns.
Thank you, everybody.
Esquire.
Matt Marsh, if nothing else, was a kind, soft-spoken, hard-working man who loved his family, his friends, and a well-cooked omelet. There wasn't a day that went by where I'd wake up and for the previous 4 hours, Marsh and Herm were trading text messages back and forth about nothing and everything. He was a connoisseur of many things, but he wasn't a genius about them. And in his dying words, as I held him as he took his last breath, he summed up his life perfectly. I really did not think this through. They say each person has their own heaven in their mind, if not their own private heaven. If this is true, Matt's heaven will be filled with Aquanet hairdos, Megaforce Gold Lame outfits, crappy 80s shows, and a buckwheat on a bad hair day bush on every
I was
woman
just gonna
he
say, if
sees.
you don't say anything about 80s Bush, you failed.
Notwithstanding his stuck in the 80s preferences, Matt was quite the ladies' man, only topped by the great Leon Phelps of Chicago, Illinois, and for a brief period, Asia, which he called Freaky Deaky Sex World. Matt always gave his whole heart to every relationship, and it changed many of those ladies' lives, so much so that several of those ladies changed teams, swearing off men forever and becoming lesbians, and in one case, a full-blown tranny. All in all, the world is now a lesser place without the Transformer in it. Matt Marsh will be sorely missed. However, the women in heaven are all about to get the full Marsh experience. Rest well, old friend, and stand guard at the gates and be ready to hug Barry Bostwick when he finally arrives.
Barry.
Goodbye, Vaginas Prime.
Can we switch directions next week? I want to do this again.
This is a symbol.
Yeah, I would have put more into this if I knew you guys were going to go that in depth.
This is the symbol right here. I am Vaginas Prime, leader of the Cockabots.
Does that make all? Does that make all his ex? Does that make all his ex-girlfriends Decepticons?
Decepticons.
Decepticons.
Get out of his head.
For real? Get the fuck out of my
Decepticons.
head. Go back home right now.
Decepticons. No, I'm already home.
Sir, we're going to have to ask you to leave this funeral home.
Sir, you're not allowed to say that here.
It's a safe space.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, you can't try those. No, sir, put the shoes back on the corpse. You can't try them on.
Did you just take his wallet? He took his wallet.
He ain't using it.
That watch
am
goes
I-
with him.
Is he still alive?
The
or
fuck
is
it
there-
does.
Is he still alive, or is there a raccoon in the casket?
I will say, Lynch, that was fantastic. Although I wish you would have thrown that line in that you sent to us. He leaves us with a beer in one hand and a can of chaw in his pocket.
A can of
Yeah.
chaw in his pocket.
Yeah,
That made me laugh. I was like, he better add that. That was so good. But thank
I
you.
was
man.
going to.
That made me feel
I
like
was
you
going to,
almost
but-
love me. That made me feel like you almost loved me.
Oh,
Thank you
almost,
very much.
almost.
Almost. Like, yeah, you're like that close. All right, Marsh.
All right, do this.
Are you doing the Fonzie thing? I'm
Yeah.
I didn't mean it. All right, there it is.
Alrighty. Today, we join together to celebrate the passing of Big Herm. Part Mexican, part Native American, all bastard. Who has gone off to that giant Ronco rotisserie in the sky. Herm was fat, and then he wasn't. And now he's dead. Herm had a difficult upbringing, and despite his reputation as an elementary school playground enforcer, mind you, he wasn't a lackey or someone's henchman, and he answered to no one except his mom.
That's
He had a
right.
passion for cooking shows and watching Julia Child. Herm and I were acquainted with one another in our formative years, insomuch as we knew each other. Though we attended the same schools, our orbits and interests were very different, so we seldom interacted. In retrospect, my life may have been a tad bit fuller and more enriched if we'd been friends in our youth, but then again, who really knows? Herm was a man's man, exuding alpha maleness wherever he went. He was not the type to be one-upped and had a competitive nature. He loved the Denver Broncos and watched them play hockey often.
He's walking away.
And the
He's
dead is
really-
left the eulogy.
The dearly departed has now departed.
Has
He's
departed.
left.
Fuck
Ladies and
this.
gentlemen.
I just got up. I'm like, fuck this. I'm out of this fucking funeral.
The corpse has left the building.
Keep going, baby.
Lynch, get your raccoons. Go get them.
Herm was an excellent cook. He wasn't much for plain food, though he did have a passion for smoked meat, steak, and whatnot. He fancied himself an artist in the kitchen, and to his credit, even people that didn't know him and weren't intimidated by him still genuinely were very impressed with the stuff he turned out, and his reputation for excellence spread far and wide. He could be an insufferable bastard, but to his credit, he could bet.
Oh no, I'm losing him.
Yep, he's dropped out a little bit here and there.
Oh. Where?
Repeat the line, Joe Biden.
Read that last sentence again.
Hang on. Oh, yeah. Like many people with great talent, he could be an insufferable bastard.
There it is.
But to his credit, he could back up most of his claims with actual culinary ability. He was generous with his time and always willing to lend a buck to a friend in need or down on his luck. Herm was all about fast machines and large women.
I like
Herm
fat bitches, fried bologna sandwiches on my mama. Okay.
Herm loved the ladies, especially the big ones. Later in life, he settled down with an average-sized woman and really seemed to find his stride with someone who had a similar work ethic. If I had to describe Herm in one word, it would be thorough. He was well-read on topics he chose to discuss and would attempt to educate himself on topics of interest to others that could be discussed. Though our politics often didn't jive, he was passionate about his views and cared deeply for people's welfare. He was giving of himself and his time and ability and will be remembered fondly by those that had a chance to get to know him. The end.
See, now you wrote an actual real fucking eulogy.
Yeah, but he threw barbs in there
There's
too.
some-
I
he
like
did.
it was
He did
subtle.
Well, I tried to tone it back. I was like, shit, is this a roast or a fucking eulogy? And I
It
guess
was a
supposed to be
roast.
both.
It's a fucking roast.
Both.
That's that. It's a roast at a funeral. That's what
Okay. Now I'm going to ask each of you, starting with Herm, what was the best thing you liked about your eulogy? Well, I got a Ouija board. We're talking to you from the afterlife. Talk to me, man.
It was 100% dead on for the most part.
It can't be 100% dead on for the most part.
Yeah, really. Well,
No,
actually,
it can't. And from the grave, I'm running
This is
that.
why.
bitch.
thank you.
No, he threw a couple of barbs in that really were, they're funny because they're true.
Yeah, but I tried not to be mean.
No, you weren't mean. You weren't mean at all. It was even the barbs were semi-appreciative.
And the
Correct.
stuff about you being
And I think
fat
that's
was
kind of
more
where
about a
all of
success
us went.
story.
Where like even the barbs we threw, like, isn't anything we haven't said to each other in a fucking conversation, in a thread, or pre-show, or after.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Your delivery of that line, though, Matt,
Which
he
one?
was fat.
Oh,
So
Then he
he was
wasn't.
fat,
And he wasn't.
and he wasn't.
And he was
Then
dead.
he was dead. It was perfect. That fucking killed me. Your delivery fucking killed me. That was
He
perfect.
was fat. Then he wasn't. Now
He's
dead.
dead. Ryan wants you to know, Matt, that you sounded like the narrator from The Sandlot.
Oh.
That's good shit. All right, Lynch, what was your favorite part of your eulogy?
Pretty damn accurate. I mean, he knows a lot about me for a guy who hasn't known me for as long as you have.
4 years, but then again, he has. I will give credit to Herm on this. We have been in constant.
He had 4
daily-
eventful years.
right? But we've been in daily, constant
I'm
contact.
gonna say, has there been a fucking day in 4.5 years that we haven't talked to each other?
Probably not.
If there
Just
is,
probably not.
somebody at the end of the day was like, "Yo, has anybody heard from X?"
I think
No,
maybe
it-
he was in rehab.
Yeah, I was gonna say when he was in rehab, we didn't have a lot of contact, but that was
That
by
was
design.
it. But that was it. But that was by design. And as soon as he was out, we gave him a couple of days to come back to the land of the living,
Right.
and then we assaulted him again.
Of course.
Yeah.
Hell, in the first episode when he came back, and of course we were recording in that room that you see Lynch in right now, and we're sitting around, and he's he wasn't telling his story, but he's like, "Hey man, I got through it, yada yada yada." And what's the first thing I said to you? I'll drink to that. Bang, zinger, right away.
Well, I'm going to say this out of complete honesty and with a full heart. I'll bet. I know that they took his phone away for a reason. However,
Well, they do.
you know what I mean? I know they do, but I'll bet that the two of us back then, when it was just the three of us, would have totally been a Kickstarter for him, because we weren't part of his problem per se.
Well, that's yeah.
Maybe
You know what I mean?
I
Like, we weren't the
moved in a
crowd he
couple
was
times,
fucking and
but-
drinking with or doing anything bad
well,
with.
which is good because he's supposed to part of it, if I remember.
Right, you know what I mean? So he's
Do away
supposed to
with
not to get
bad
away from all of
influences and-
that. But if we had been allowed to, we would have probably been decent quality contacts to allow, because we weren't part of that whole supporting that problem.
I don't know about supporting it, but I'm sure
Well-
I gave him a couple nights and a couple of runs for his money where he tipped a bottle upside down and uttered those two famous words.
No, I'm aware
Fucking
of that,
buttons.
and I'm aware of that. I'm aware of that, but none of us were like, you understand where I'm going with
Where you
this.
going?
None of us were the pusher
You weren't
to
part of the
commit
problem.
a crime.
No,
Okay.
they take your
None of us
phone away to keep you.
And we still aren't.
Go ahead, Lynch.
They take your phone away. It's psychological.
Yeah.
When you're in rehab, it's you're not going to want to communicate with the outside world because that's where your problem lies. And they don't want you to make contact with that trigger person or whatever it is in your situation. That's a very big trigger for you. They're trying to work that out of you, and to consistently like confront that daily It's like you got to start over every day, every day. It's like
Right,
a fucking Groundhog Day.
It's the glacier thing.
Right. The chair recognizes the boater from Groton.
Lynch, I'm just curious. Did they do things like take your shoelaces and belts and things like that away, or was that not really a concern?
No. Well, that's all based upon your evaluation on
I was
intake.
just going to say, didn't they do an intake eval?
Right.
Oh, there was like, you come in, you're in this medical office, and there's a nurse on either side of the room with a curtain up. And the first thing they do is, all right, drop your drawers, spread them.
Whoa!
They want to make sure you're not.
Well, they want to make sure you're not
anything.
carrying anything
But
or
were
hiding
you in
anything.
there with people who were different levels of?
Yes. So what they did with them is they tried to mix them in with the regular population, but geographically close to each other. So they like if the way the place was designed is that there's a wing where the girls' wing and the boys' wing met, where there was a four corner. So those 4 rooms is where those people stayed. Because you could occupy them twice. There were no private rooms. The only private rooms were for if you had COVID at the time. So they kept them there. And they wanted to keep them, in with I'm not saying normal, but not suicidally ideation, to kind of keep a good influence on them. And that was a lot of it is that
alcoholics. It was you were mixed, could be roomed with a heroin addict or whatever else.
My first night was a guy who was coming down off of meth and fentanyl.
Wow.
And I didn't sleep.
Sleep with one eye open, baby.
He was thrashing and banging. He couldn't get comfortable. I mean, he's detoxing.
Mm-hmm.
And they were pumping him full of drugs to keep him from having seizures and shit.
Right.
So, and he kept apologizing. I'm like, dude, I get it. I'm not angry. We're all here to get better.
Mm-hmm. That's a good
So
attitude
get better.
to have. That's a really good attitude to have.
I said, I can do without the sleep.
I mean, I think maybe, and I'm speaking out of ignorance, but I think Lynch's situation might be a little bit different in so much as that, I mean, it's safe to say you wanted to go. You knew you had to go. You weren't there against your will like some of these other people who I imagine possibly were.
That's how they took them, though.
No, but
Tell me I'm wrong. That's how they took you.
Yeah, nice shiny limo shows up. Get in. Let's go.
Yep.
They pretty much kidnapped him with consent.
That's right. I'm getting in the van. I've seen the candy. Let's go.
Right?
Yeah.
I know there's puppies. Let's go.
Aww.
I would love if we could have another draw and do this again, because I had way too much fun, and I want to tell Lynch how much I appreciate the kind words, but man, I could not stop laughing at the putting your dick in crazy, because every word of that is unfortunately 1,000% beyond a reasonable doubt. God is going to roast me when I get to heaven. True.
I mean, you were habitual crazy, but I think that, despite what Lynch said, that could have happened to any one of the 4 of us, depending on levels of desperation, whatever.
No, it couldn't.
One-nighter, but you kept it over and over again.
I'm going to say, no, it couldn't, because eventually, and I think I've learned my lesson, but eventually you all learned your lesson.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is nobody's immune to that. I mean, anybody can get sucked in.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Of course. It always smells like a rose till you get home.
Yeah.
And it smells like trash. I mean, not all. I like to keep my ex-wife out of this because she wasn't necessarily crazy, but man, the 2 after her, that was 10 years of.
That one you were with in Norwich, yeah. That was special.
Oh yeah, you can say that again. Lynch and Herm can give more Lynch
from afar. I saw that through like Facebook. I don't know, freaking an umpteenth of what's going on.
Right. Lynch more than Herm, but Herm got a special dose of it. We went had a little bonfire, couple adult beverages at Herm's house, And everybody's smiling, everybody's having a good time, whatever. And the next day, I got a text message from Herm, and it said, "I don't like her." That was it. It was one line. I don't like her.
And in typical narcissist fashion, she painted herself as the victim. And
Of course,
of
course. You guys all know the story. I was telling someone the other night my story. She had some issues in her home life. Nice young lady, and a new member of the Speedway Review, by the way. So tune into the Speedway Review tonight as we welcome our brand new panelist, Sarah Talker, who has graciously agreed to join the panel.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the other one. I was like, holy shit, you let her on TV?
No. No. But I was telling my story, and I realized what you said is entirely true. When that all went down, she painted herself as quite the victim when, it's like I always like to say about certain people. She is one of these people. They like to stir the shit and then make each and every one of you lick the spoon. I'm not a fan of that. Never have been, never will be. And there's a reason I have kept myself off the market for 6 years.
Yeah, you don't ever go ass to mouth.
No, you never go ass to mouth. And before you tell me what was your favorite, well, you know what? Sometimes in the heat of passion, it's okay to go ass to mouth. The one thing I wish I would have added to yours, Marsh, I would have ended it with one line. That's right. Don't be shy. Whip out everything you got and do it in the butt.
In the butt.
By Leon Phelps. Marsh, what was your favorite part of your eulogy?
I didn't think this through.
You had to know it was coming. You had to.
I honestly, to be perfectly frank, I was
damn it, Frank.
I was conflicted on this project. On the one hand, I thought it was a neat idea. On the other hand, like anything else, I had buyer's remorse because it started. I didn't actually do it until this morning, and the 4 days leading up to it, I'm like, God damn it, I don't want to do homework. And then freaking, I sat down, I started it, and I was like, I was like, okay, this is actually, it was flowing pretty well, and it worked good, and I kind of got into it. And at the end of it, I'm like, I said, I'm thinking, I was like, I wish I could have freaking polished this a little bit more and put some more detail in. But as Herm pointed out last week, mine and Herm's relationship, although we've known who each other was for the better part of
right, our circles never really.
We didn't interact. Herm and I, our entire,
it would be like two circles just against each other.
Right. I mean, in our entire school experience, we had one class together, and it was Spanish, my sophomore or my junior year.
Miss Johnston?
No,
Miss Conway.
No, Matt and I's really only connection is that I beat up all the bullies that he knew of in elementary school.
Nice.
Yeah. And when Herm says bullies, he's not talking about like your sitcom shit. I mean, a couple
No,
of
we're talking about complete assholes.
I mean, one of these kids freaking damn near broke another kid's back.
Ooh.
It was, yeah.
Jimmy Kramer with Rob Ross.
You got it.
He put
the ambulance came. It was ugly.
Up and fucking did a high knee and put it in the middle of Rob Ross's back.
Yeah, I'll never forget that.
No, I didn't either. That's why I beat the living shit out of him.
It was just as an elementary school kid when you got an ambulance showing up at the freaking school to take a kid
on
away.
the fucking playground.
Yeah, on the play.
That's
and it wasn't because he fell off the monkey bars.
There was a fight. My senior year of high school.
That kid was just a bad seed. I mean, there's really no other way to describe. I mean, he was just he had evil in him.
Yep.
My senior year of high school, on our walkout at the end of the day, I'm about 10 paces from the door, and this kid out of nowhere sucker punched the guy standing to my immediate right, broke his fucking jaw. He was a football player. He was a football player. The guy that punched. I was friends with a lot of football players. I played my freshman year. I didn't play any other beyond that, but I stayed friends with all those guys. We were up together. I've never seen a group of guys whip the shit out of the kid who did it faster in my life. It was just a sea of Letterman jackets. They're like, Lynch, get out of here. Yoink! And they yeeted me to the left.
Right. You're not part of this. Just move.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you went to Fitch.
We'll call you if we need you.
Right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
when you get there freshman year, are you already on probation?
What do you mean?
Well, Fitch was full of criminals. We didn't have that at Ledyard. We were good, clean, and wholesome. You guys were.
No, we weren't. They just
No,
thought
we had-
we were.
Shut up.
They just thought we were.
We had some elements coming into the reservation after the bingo hall.
Yeah, I was gonna
No,
say.
those are some of
I
my
was gonna say,
closest
don't you
friends
can't fucking fool
today.
me.
All right,
I know.
some of those.
I grew up around all those
Some of
reservation kids.
Some of those criminals are my.
But some of them
best
already had
friends.
records too.
Yes.
Come on now. My
Can you
dad and I
just-
knew a lot of those reservation kids.
Can you just let me get my Fitch Falcons, Robert E. Fitch Criminal High School, as we called it back in the day? Welcome to freshman orientation. You're on probation. Enjoy.
I want to touch on one of the
In my, go ahead, Matt.
on that
Touch it, Matt.
instance.
Touch it.
And like I said, I'm not looking to bring a tear to nobody's eye, but you gotta understand. I mean, you guys met Herm, and he was a big imposing dude in freaking high school, but in elementary school he was a monster of a kid, and I mean a lot of
Holy
people were
shit.
intimidated by him.
The only person
Herm-
taller than me in the whole fucking school was Dale Treadway.
Herm wrecked a lot of freaking people,
Herm
but
ain't
at the
shit.
same time he and I was an underclassman. Herm was in the next grade up from me, but regardless, going back to that
Herm
whole
just
Jimmy
destroyed
Kramer incident.
people.
What
No.
Herm did after the whole Jimmy Kramer incident, there was a lot of kids, and I remember it, and it's sad that I remember 40 years freaking after the fact, but I remember a lot of kids. Herm got a lot of props for freaking what went on. I mean,
did.
even people that were intimidated or scared of him, they were, and I don't know if he knows that, honestly.
I had a couple of teachers tell me that, in a manner of speaking, at that age, that it probably wasn't the correct thing to do,
But it was the right thing to
Right,
do.
but it was the right thing to do. And I had a lot of people at that school when that went down, that told me they were happy I did what I did.
It was the only accountability that we as kids.
Because otherwise,
could see.
exactly, dude.
Nothing
Otherwise,
happened
he was
to him.
going to get fucking stay home for a day and come in.
Yeah.
Nothing was ever going to happen.
Yeah.
He was never going to
I mean,
learn.
it was
a fucking lesson.
it was playground justice, for lack of a better term, and
Yeah.
like I said, he,
Yeah, before we hit street justice, it was playground.
It was like an episode of The Wire.
it kind of was.
Yeah. I'm
Man,
gonna
you
challenge
committed-
you, Matt.
committed offense that is
I'm gonna
punishable by
challenge
death.
you, Matt. Herm wasn't shit. Don't let that Herm was an imposing figure bullshit. Nuh-uh. I was 5 foot something, buck 05 with a brick in my pocket if I was lucky, and I wasn't scared of shit. Maybe I
Well,
should have been.
I had 4 teachers holding me back at that point.
Exactly. But I stepped to you, and then it started, and then the 4 teachers came in. I was like, fuck this guy.
You were also in high school. I'm talking about 7 and 8 year old kids who are dealing with this freaking.
That's fair. No, and
this-
that's real
I
fair.
respect- I deliberately remember in
Word had already
kindergarten-
spread that he had decked the principal.
Well, do you
So it's like,
Wait,
you
you hit the
remember that, right?
principal?
I punched Steve Panikoff right in the motherfucking mouth.
Yeah.
Wait,
The whole
okay,
school knew that I slugged the principal.
you hit the principal. I'm starting to sound like
Yeah.
cousin Vinny.
Yeah.
I shot the clerk. I
Yeah.
shot the clerk.
Yeah,
You
no,
hit the
no. I'm not. This isn't that. This is I punched the principal right in his motherfucking mouth in his office. The whole school knew about
You
it.
should have went to Fitch with the rest of the criminals, the rest of the retards.
What
and
did he
the
say?
Who, the principal?
Yeah,
Who, the
what?
principal? He
also
got
gotta-
yeah, why
rocked
do you
also
put
gotta
him in-
consider the
and then
environment?
started
'cause
yelling. He got rocked and then started yelling for a secretary.
We were at like the smallest little elementary school in the whole town. I mean, it was like
Yeah,
it
we
was
were. It was
like
me and just
Mayberry
100
and
fucking
shit.
kids to beat the shit out of.
What elementary school?
a Galesbury.
Galesbury.
It's a
Oh,
CVS.
yeah, it's a
now.
tiny school.
Well, it's not
Yeah,
a
it's a
CVS.
tiny
The
school.
playground's a CVS.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the school,
that's
I
a
think, is
tiny
still
school. That
up.
was a tiny school.
It was a very
Um,
tiny school.
That was it was an L shape.
Yeah.
Well, they hadn't had
can
the
say-
add-on buildings yet. There was a full playground.
We didn't have a cafeteria. We had our desks.
No,
Their
we ate
mascot-
our own lunches. in
Their
real-
mascot was
My
an
elementary
ant.
school doesn't exist anymore.
The
My,
mascot.
my
was
elementary
dirt.
school doesn't exist.
Really?
It went
Mine is,
away.
mine's about to be torn down.
Mine is gone, completely gone.
Wow.
They tore it down and put up office buildings.
Wow.
We just
Marsh,
tore the rest of Cartway down yesterday.
I drove there the other day just to see, and I was like,
I can
Oh.
say How many fights did you guys see in high school? I can honestly say in my 4 years at Fitch, I probably saw maybe 2 a year. And the most
Are
of
you
them,
kidding me? I had half a dozen a year myself.
I might have been 3 of them.
I mean, there was fights in
That
school,
dude was 3 of them.
and then there was fights in school, and then there was fights where people would gather at an undisclosed location after.
We just meet in the fucking.
that's what I'm talking about.
Yo, in high school,
That's
we
what I'm
just
talking
meet in the
about.
student parking lot.
Yep.
The
If it
fucking
wasn't the
football
student
team,
parking lot, you went down the way to the little plaza at the corner of Pumpkin Hill, and you'd fight behind the building.
you'd beat behind the pizza place.
Right. And Chris Suter and I want to say, I can't remember his first name, Adam Aiken, had one of the dumbest fights I ever saw. And I love Chris. He's been a friend of mine for a long time. Yeah. But Chris threw probably the worst punch of all time, and Adam just like Mike Tyson. 2 punches, done.
Yeah,
And
and
for
for an
whatever-
unfortunate end too.
Adam, yeah. It sucks. Lynch, what were you
I
going to
remember
say?
high school. I remember in high school. I don't remember what class I was in. I think it was like English class, like junior year. And the girl that sat behind me, really nice girl, stood up, walked across the room, and punched this other girl right in the fucking mouth and knocked her the
Nice.
fuck out.
Nice.
She called her a cunt.
Bro, I'm not
And the
gonna
teacher
lie.
didn't-
I loved girl fights in high school.
And the teacher
Hair
didn't say anything at first.
Love girl fights. Love
Oh, well, I
them.
mean, we only had one big one while I was at Ledger, and it was freaking Lisa Daggett's first week during a pep rally. And
Oh,
she-
I mean, look, I'm
Was she
friends
really a girl?
with the Daggett family, but
God,
Lisa,
she had gory freaking yeah.
Lisa just liked to fight. Lisa would fight somebody every week.
Yeah, she was. Yeah,
She just liked to fight. It's not just like me. I like to fight.
I grew up with Sean. Sean Daggett.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
for
yeah,
me, it was
the
Steve.
teacher didn't say anything, and the girl just looks at the teacher and goes, "Should I walk myself to the office?" And teacher said, "No, no." Teacher said, "Sit down." She called the nurse and said, "I'm sending someone down to the nurse's station." She waited until the rest of class pulled the girl aside and basically told her she deserved it. And this kind of didn't happen.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Sweep
So-
under the rug.
And I was like, oh. So I was a big joke with me and that girl for a while. Was like, you can get away with anything. You can get away with fucking murder in the school. You know that, right?
Yeah, obviously.
I'm going to be friends with you forever.
right. You're my buddy.
And that was a
Lin-
joke. You're only friends with me. You're only friends with me because I can punch people. I was like, yeah, pretty much.
Ain't no doubt about it.
And you're cute. So
That's an added bonus. Oh, look at that.
yeah,
pup.
boner.
Marsh, I
Aw.
apologize ahead. I apologize after the fact, I should say. I just realized I did not mention in your eulogy that you were going to be in my presidential cabinet, the Secretary of the Lotion.
Secretary of Lotion.
Now, for
Lotion
bonus
and various sundries.
points, and Marsh, these bonus points are for you. Do you remember how that started?
Well, I mean, I know it had to do with Silence of the Lambs,
Yes.
and we multiple times in that because you and I, again, like with most people throughout the last few years, I mean, we'd run into each other on like Messenger, or, you know, how you doing, that kind of shit.
Mhm.
And then I think I, if I remember correctly, I think I may have commented on a post or something that you'd done on Facebook, and it kind of spun from there. I know Kim Keen was involved with that.
Bingo. And there was
Well,
that song by the Greenskeepers that I would share. And every year I share it just to see who still picks up on it. It's always you. It's always Kim Keen.
Yep.
Jeff Lame pops his head in every now and again and sees it. But yeah, that's how it started. I was in Florida at the time.
That's
My
right.
wife, myself, and my daughter. And they all go to sleep early. I work late. So I'd be up on the Messenger and you guys would be there and we're all chatting with each other. And, you know, again, even back then I had political aspirations. So when you become president, Chris, what can I be? I'm like, well, Kim, you're married to Jason. He's military. You're medical. You'll be, I don't know, you'll be like the DHS secretary. You'll be the Department of Health and Services. Oh, great, great. What will I be? You're the Secretary of the Lotion.
That had to be 09 or 10.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 09.
I think it was 09 because I remember where I was when I was having that conversation.
Nice. All right. Can I write one for each of you? Not Marsh anyway, but because I already did him. I want to write one for you two.
Maybe we should spread it out
Okay.
quarterly so we can fill stuff.
Why not?
I mean, however you
Yeah,
want to do it.
we should spread it out. I think that'll be honestly. I think that's a good idea.
I mean, it's good filler material because I mean, this way the show we can have shows that are not like a variety show per se, but like something to just break shit up and lighten.
Like a bit.
Yeah, and Fat Matt said it in the comment section. There ought to be a roast one week. Well, we can get 3 more out of this.
Kind of what this was. I mean, yeah, I mean, it wasn't brutal by any means.
No, and when we came up with the idea, that was the first thing I said, jokingly, roast away. And I think we all passed the test pretty much. You guys in the comment section have been great. Wow. This came
baby.
out. And we might have snapped Lynch out of his bad mood, which is a good thing because I'd never seen him. Stop it. You know what? No, I'm going to ask him to ask his question.
No, I saw his fucking mood, and I knew as soon as I started talking, he'd be fine.
I haven't seen him laugh this much in a long time, so I'm very happy we did this. And Lynch, I'm glad you're in somewhat of a better mood now. But I want you to ask your question because I have answers. And then Herm's going to talk about the Princess Bride.
There's a question?
He had a question in the group chat.
I have a question.
You had a question in the group chat.
Yeah.
What was the question?
If
Was
the,
that about
Civil,
the Princess Bride?
if the Civil War and all that didn't go off, would there still be racism in the United States?
I heard that question from somebody else the other day.
I mean, so racism didn't have.
Let the man speak. Come
Go
on
ahead.
now.
Go ahead.
I know there would still be racism, but I think it would be a completely different dynamic had the Civil War never happened. Now, had the Civil War never happened and slavery just kind of went away by the wayside,
How does that?
just agreed upon it?
I need to know how
I'm just saying.
that happens.
You got to let him finish,
what time
bro.
frame? You know, if it was natural progression, I mean, how long did it take?
I think it would be a natural progression. Instead of ending it in the 1860s, it would happen by like the 1920s, 30s.
You think so?
Because by that time, we'd already been through World War I. Because everything that stays the same.
I don't know. I mean, the civil rights stuff didn't really kick
You went
off.
through World War I
I mean,
and the Great Depression. I think the version of racism that existed then would be the same. I think it would be.
We had black soldiers go over and fight in World War I, treated like
exactly.
shit, and home treated like
Well,
shit.
we had
again.
black soldiers
I don't know
during
if
the Civil War.
Right, we did. The North did. But I'm just saying, I think my interesting twist on it is
there was also black
that
soldiers.
the level of racism and how they were treated then in the 30s would be about the same.
Okay. See,
And
I
they would
see.
progress from there.
I see the progression being the same, going up into the 60s, and then we moved to the 70s and 80s, where racism became a joke because we were trying to get away from it, and we were showing how silly it was. Watch The Jeffersons, watch All in the Family, watch Blazing Saddles. They made racism into a joke, and then we all went, yeah, that's stupid. We're not going to do that anymore. You still had your fringe that still went out and, F this N-word and the fuck it, it's our show. The Spics and the Moolies and the this and the that. But
I got to be honest, to interrupt, I think the way that they used racism as a joke was so that that was the spoonful of sugar that helped the medicine go down. You take that and you combine it with the fact that on what's the Sheldon and Leonard and all, it's
Big Bang.
Yeah. Look, we all know that when he says it's funny because it's true, that's literally the what the concept of a joke. It's safe and unsafe at the same time. That's the whole reason we laugh at a tickle.
But we were going through this transitional period where by the 90s, in my opinion, of course, you still had the fringe. And of course, you still had people out there 7 strong in the swamp with their hoods on going, we are the Klan, do-do-do-do, whatever their song is. I don't know.
Yeah.
Now, what I see, I don't know. I'm making that shit up. Now, what I see is manufactured racism. There's racism where racism isn't.
I think in a lot of ways it's worse now than it was in the 80s and the 90s.
Because it's manufactured. People are saying, allow me, just please, I want to finish this thought. We've had a black president, black CEOs. We have folks that have been born in foreign lands that have come here and been senators, governors, mayors. Racism, by and large, in a large swath, doesn't exist unless somebody wants to make it exist. I voted for our mayor, and I'm not proud of it, but he's a nice guy. I thought he had great ideas, and he's turned out to be a bucket of suck, which is why I'm motivated to run for mayor in 2 years.
Is this the Norwich mayor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's just a figurehead anyway. So
It's still,
don't get me started on Norwich Strucker. It
figurehead.
sucks.
The mayor isn't actually a mayor. It's a
doesn't matter.
figurehead.
It's an extra $87,000 a year, and I
It's
will take
somebody to
every
blame
dollar I
shit
can
on.
get. Don't care. You're the deciding vote in certain things. I don't care. Trying to do something I've always wanted to do, and I'm never going to be president, and I'm safer being mayor because no one's going to assassinate me. So there you
Hopefully.
go. Thank you, Lynch. Hopefully.
Oh, yeah.
You
Hopefully.
never know. Norwich is full of crackheads.
It is.
Somebody will
It
jack
is.
me for
That could be a good
$59.
voter base for you, though.
Say again?
That could be a good voter base for you.
Look,
Wow.
honestly, as soon
Right
as
with
somebody
crackheads.
as soon as he runs a campaign and somebody finds us, he's done.
I hope it's a boon where it's like there's a mayor who says what's on his mind. He wants what's best for us. Fuck it, I'm voting. That's my
You know what?
campaign. Fuck
You know
it,
what?
vote for me.
That brings me to the thing I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
Back
I
in
agree with you
2021,
wholeheartedly. No, I'm stepping on you now because you've been doing it all day, and I'm just fucking with you now. Lynch,
No,
you were
it's good.
completely correct.
back in 2021, I worked at a job and
You
I
got a
met.
job.
I did, and
You did
I
a
met
great job. The best job ever.
Which job?
ever. I was.
No
I
one
was.
does this
I'm
job
not-
like me.
I'm not gonna say because I'm not trying to ruin anybody's shit. But there is a child of somebody that I know that I knew as a vibrant, young, caring 16, 17-year-old. And recently he has launched himself into there's a district in Connecticut that he's running for Congress. And I've seen some of his stuff. He's tried to make a presence, and he is the candidate that the party in that area of Connecticut for Connecticut Congress has selected as their Republican candidate. But what I've watched, and this is just for me, this isn't anybody else. This is my fucking opinion. I've slowly watched what was a really nice, decent young man turn into a complete asshole because of he's trying to run for something. I witnessed him do we all know the Matt Walsh, What is a Woman,
Mm-hmm.
years ago.
Yeah.
All right. He deliberately went to some college and started asking that same question. I don't have a problem with that, but my problem is that, sir, you're running for Congress and you can't even come up with something original. What I'm seeing the candidate do is just repeat shit that has got the ire of the far right candidates up.
Okay.
I don't see him being of any substance. What I see is a candidate who's appealing just to the social media public,
Yeah.
and it scares the living shit out of me because I don't feel he cares for anything. I feel he cares more about his likes and
the clicks.
yes, and it scares the living shit out of me because I've seen him turn into what his mother would have beat the shit out of him for speaking to people that way.
He's not alive anymore?
Huh?
His parents not around?
Oh, they're so totally pushing him. They're parents. He's 20.
So they must be aware of this.
I'm sure they are. But
Can
it
I
just-
get a
it
private
just surprises
message?
me very much that his parents are that way, and obviously the child has. Let's be honest. Children pull political views, a lot of them in the beginning, from what they hear their parents talk.
Of course.
I have been very careful with my children to not do a lot of political feelings one way or the other. I don't want my kids to just repeat what the fuck I think. I want them
Bingo.
to think on their own and develop their own opinions, even if it's the far fucking side from where I think I am.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
When this is over, send me a private message. I want to know who you're talking about so I can dig a little
Absolutely.
deeper.
Absolutely.
Appreciate that. Appreciate
Yeah.
that.
I'd like to know too.
I mean, I don't know him either way, so I don't have a freaking.
Well,
Yeah, I don't want to shit talk him on here or make any. Look, I'm good friends with his mom and dad. I don't want anybody to.
It's got to be weird for you, though.
There's
I
no
mean,
bad blood.
No, it is like
You
you're
don't want
watching
bad
a
blood.
good 60-year-old kid, and then all of a sudden he's turned into what basically has become a MAGA asshole. And some of us have a lot of right and left views, but
Yeah.
none of us respect the far left or the far right MAGA bullshit. So
No.
it's just
No,
it's
I
difficult for me to see that and not
put
say
the
anything like, nigga, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, I mean,
know
hopefully he's dead in the water by election day.
Oh,
I
I'm sure
put-
he will be, but
I have this basket, figuratively, and I throw all the AOC and Bernie bros, all the AOC lovers and the Bernie bros in that basket, and I throw the far right super Trumpers into that basket too. And what I've learned, and Lynch has heard me say it on a different group chat, they're two wings of the same bird. Our dear leader on
basically
one,
they're so far to one side, they're the same bird.
they mimic each other.
They just have
No,
different
I'm sorry,
colors.
wrong word. They mimic each other. Look, you can support the president and not be a complete MAGA asshole. Or you could be a MAGA asshole. You could be a Democrat without being a far left, socialism loving bullshit artist. And I respect that. But for these two far sides, and as I'm putting my arms out for the two far sides, two wings, same bird. They can't be criticized. They can't be judged. They're good to judge you 6 days a week, twice on Sunday. And they don't see it. And every time I bring it up, when I bring it up to someone on the MAGA side, they say, oh, look at you being all liberal. And when I bring it up to the other side, they go, oh, look at you. You're obviously MAGA. Where's your red hat? First of all, fuck you. I'm a free thinker. I'm running as an independent. Why? Because I don't subscribe to a party line. I haven't for, oh my God, it's been 13 years. But I was out there. Lynch will tell you this. Herm will tell you this. I was out there stumping for the Democrat Party until I saw the party walk away from me. Cool. Walk away. Don't need you. When you
Well,
look at,
I'm gonna bring
if I
it-
could show before you go, Lynch.
Keep going.
There's a reason our ballots are private, but just once, if they'd allow it, I'd love to take a picture of my ballot every November, because Herm will get this reference. I did abacadabra all the way down. I vote Republican. I vote Democrat. Thank you. If you have the best policies, you're my guy. I just saw an ad on TV for this young guy running for governor. He's a Democrat. And I hope to see another ad so I can remember his name, A, and B, I want to look up what his policies are. And in this commercial, he's like, look, I'm a Democrat, and there's an imbalance in Connecticut, and Governor Lamont has enriched himself and this and that and the third, and it sucks. And I'm like, I like this kid. I really, really like this kid, and I want to learn more about him. And I should have written his name down, but I was too busy finishing Marsh's eulogy, and I didn't write his name down. But that's a guy I would look at. Of course. And that's a guy I would look at, because I don't play. If you vote party line, you're just going to go Republican, 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 Republican. You're an asshole. If you do that with Democrats, you're an asshole. Vote the policies, not the party. Lynch, please take the floor.
Going to Herb's point about social media, remember a couple of weeks ago we talked about that YouTube couple that announced on their channel about their, they lost their baby, blah 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 blah, but they actually turned out had an abortion.
Mm-hmm.
It's like social media has become this contagion where everyone wants to be validated through likes, clicks, and subscriptions. I don't do this every Tuesday to be famous. I don't do this to get likes and clicks and views. I do it because I want
therapy session.
I do.
Exactly. As a byproduct of us being here every Tuesday,
Let's be honest.
mostly every Tuesday for the last couple of years. A byproduct of that is people follow us and people like us and maybe share us. Great. That's awesome. Thank you. But people have this fixation and think they're going to get rich by monetizing on YouTube or Twitch or TikTok or the Instagram. You're not.
I'm not
A
going
lot
to
of
lie.
people,
I'm not going
a
to
lot
lie.
of people in 2020 at the height of pandemic became very rich, very famous, very fast.
Mm-hmm.
From 2020 to 2023. And guess what? Those bubbles have burst.
The bottom is dropping out.
Yeah, but I got to be honest.
You have to be
You know
so
what bubble
fucking
has
unique and different on YouTube now to get monetized and be a channel
for
to get
that?
subscribers. You got to be very unique.
Do you know what bubble hasn't bursted?
Bursted?
What's that?
Did you ever go to school?
I did.
Bursted?
You did.
Yes, I said it.
He has three feelings. Remember,
Yes.
he has three feelings.
Three
And I
feelings.
have
Three
yes,
feelings.
and I have 3
Yeah,
shrimps
what the fuck,
on this
Donkey
plate.
Portuckumus?
All right, bring it.
I have 3 shrimps.
I hate you.
The bubble that, I know you do. My wife's going to read this. My wife's going to hear this in about 15 seconds, and she's going to come stand at the fucking stairs
And give you the stink
and
eye.
give me the fucking stink eye because she hates when I say shrimps. And I do it just to piss her off. But
Well, okay, 1 deer, 2 deer, 1 beer, 2 beer.
right. Well, here's
Being
my
a
thing.
swimmer
Like
is
I have a goose or a geese. I have goose,
Moose
a
or
goose,
meese.
or I have, but I
Pieces to
have
pieces.
to have a moose or
Or meese.
or it should, therefore it should be, I have 3 meese.
I know.
Fucking
I know.
hate you. You know I hate that. Oh my god.
I know.
Who's ma-
He's
was
going to hate
Lynch-
it too.
Was Lynch making a point or was her
No,
making
it was
a
me.
point?
You know what bubble hasn't fucking bursted? The OnlyFans bubble.
Of
My
course.
wife-
'cause
My
people
wife,
will pay
too,
for
because
titties.
if
My
degeneracy will never go out of fashion.
degeneracy is a
That's a
bullshit
fact.
topic, is a bullshit word used by uptight white people.
Stop it.
No, you got
I
to be
get-
some sort of. You have to have a degenerate attitude to do that. And I'm not
Look,
saying that
My
as a
wife
negative
has
thing.
okayed me to open a feet.
I don't think
and
being a
site.
degenerate is bad.
Me either. There's
To
4
me,
of us.
your
it's a
life.
descriptive term.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't have to imbibe in that life. Here's my thing. I see people online, men and women,
I'm gonna sell
and
my wife's new
because
socks.
of this show, because of Speedway, because of Pure Patriot, which will be coming back, I get friend requests from a lot of people. And I click and I always look at their profile. I'm not one of these guys that go, look, a new friend. Gee, Davey.
Oh look,
I-
you only joined 3 weeks ago.
Or there's a picture of a male or a female, because there's only 2. Stop it. We're not getting into this conversation now. And there's their name. They're from Hartford, Connecticut. They work at this place. And then there's that little blue link that says all my links. And I say, as soon as I click it, there's going to be an OnlyFans. And sure as I'm sitting here wearing a black t-shirt, I click that link and here's my Twitter. Here's my Twitch. Here's my Reddit. Here's my spicy content. Fuck you. You're out. No. I'm not doing it. But look, I don't disparage you for doing it. You want to go out and sell? Again, it goes back to our
Well, I don't
Tip-
disparage you if you're buying it either.
same, but I don't have to. If you want to sell tits for tips, God love you. If you want to sell dicks for dollars, God love you. I'm not going to be a part of that. Not one bit. And that's just me. You guys can have a different opinion, and guess what? I'm going to respect each and every one of your opinions. But the minute someone tells me I have to conform and you have to respect this, Lynch, what's
I don't
what's the
remember
phrase? Thank you, fuck you.
You fuck you.
Bye.
Bye. I don't remember what interview it was. I was watching something a couple months ago, and it was some sort of political thing. And this guy said, in reference to sex workers, he was being descriptive, and he said, whether you're a prostitute or an OnlyFans girl, and the woman interjected and say, you can just say sex worker. He's like, no, I'm a very descriptive person. And I'm going to give credit where credit is due to the particular job that these people perform.
Mm-hmm.
Because your claim is that they're legitimate work. And he wasn't disagreeing. He's like, why are you trying to put a general label on it when if I'm telling you this woman I know is a prostitute and she's not embarrassed by it. She wants to be known as that. And this is an OnlyFans girl. You don't compel my speech to fit your narrative. And that one side of the aisle likes to do that a lot. And that's the same side that also points out that it's because you're this, you can't do this. Now insert your skin color, gender, sex, whatever you want to call it here. It's because you're black, you can't do this. It's because you're gay, you can't do this. It's because you're trans, you can't do this. No. Don't make it the excuse for the person, because tell them no matter what you are, you can do anything. It's up to you. And that's what keeps this racist thing going on, is because we can't stop assigning a fucking skin color to somebody who doesn't achieve something. Mm-hmm. It's not because he's black. It's not because he's Asian or this or that. Let's be supportive of the people instead of automatically scoring their fucking game with a huge handicap in your favor. Uplift the people. Don't put them down immediately and discredit them right off the chute. And it's always these white fucking liberal women who stand up and speak like that. Well, because black people don't have access to get an ID, or black people can't do this. They don't understand what they need. No. They completely understand what to do. Don't tell them they don't know what to do.
It's self-oppression.
Because you're the fucking racist.
It's self-oppression. That's that party that you speak of.
That part is racist. You telling somebody because of their skin color they can't do this is fucking racist. I'm sorry to break it to you. And if you feel that way, why don't you go over there and help this person get that goal done? Be the person you claim yourself to be, that you want to help humanity. Well, start helping.
At the top of this broadcast.
Start helping instead of pointing out everybody's shortcomings and making that the issue.
At the top of this broadcast, I was afraid that Lynch wasn't going to say much. He announced he was in a pissy mood. And the fact that we just brought the devil out of you, sir, I am so happy. Because when you get going and you put facts on the table, there is no one on this earth I'd rather have that conversation with than you. Kudos to you, sir.
I'm tired of it.
As am I.
It's hard to avoid, because every media outlet, with the exception of a few, make it the topic of the night in one form or fashion. You can't even I can't even listen to a fucking movie review without people pointing out, "Oh, this movie sucks because they cast a black chick as Helena Troy." Shut the fuck up and watch the movie. Judge the movie for what it is don't judge the fucking movie before you see it.
Who is the actor? Was his first name John Leguizamo?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
and he says, "Oh, so and so, you shouldn't play this character because you're not Latino." And I followed with a D. There's a reason I bumped him off of my X feed. And I asked him, "How did you feel about the movie Scarface?" He said, "Wonderful film." I'm like, "So you were okay with an Italian guy playing a Cuban immigrant, but in 2026, you're not okay with this person doing this?" And his response was, "Different times." I'm like, "No, fuck you. It's called acting." Marlon Brando, not Italian, but played one of the most iconic Italian characters ever in cinematic history. Ever. An Irishman has played one of the most iconic Italian characters in history. 2 different films, but you can't, it's acting. I don't think that an English guy, Lynch will get this, Marsh may come in a second or two afterward. There's no reason for me to believe, unless it's the magic of cinema, that an Englishman is going to put on a cape and cowl and pretend to be a billionaire from New York City and beat the shit out of criminals with his bare hands.
Yeah.
It's called
acting. I understand where they get that from. Was it a smart choice to cast her as Helena Troy? No. But fucking impress me. Impress me.
Show me you can do it.
If the performance is good, I don't care. It's a baffling decision, but if it proves me wrong and it proves these other schmucks wrong, fucking great.
I always use the same example.
That's a brave decision.
I said, if you cast Morgan Freeman, Morgan Freeman could do anything on this earth, and at his age, there's not going to be too many roles he's going to take. But if Morgan Freeman played Jesus, I'd buy it, because he's just that good. Stop looking at skin color.
Nobody's crying about there's not enough Greeks in the new movie about Troy. I mean, Christopher Nolan made a somewhat, I guess, a really good movie. I'm hearing both sides on that movie. Some people love it, some people hate it. I'll watch it, judgment free, and make up my own mind.
You know, but it's everything now, though, because if you look at other similar instances over the past, months and recent years, they're having the same issues with I don't know if you read up on it, but there was just a big thing where they were going to do a new Snow White, and instead of the 7 dwarfs, it was going to be the 7 something else, and the little people, midgets, whatever the fuck you want to call them now, were in a fucking uproar because they were casting.
Well, I agree. I agree. If you're working with like a Disney property like that, that's iconic. It was
also an extreme
movie that launched this, right, and it launched the studio basically. You leave it alone. It's a fairy tale.
My issue with that film. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't know you weren't done.
And a lot of what doomed that movie was the girl Rachel Zegler, who was playing Snow White. Because she couldn't keep her mouth shut. Well, she had that attitude.
If you're going to write a movie and the main character, Snow White, is described as skin white as snow and hair black as night, you may as well just change the entire thing and called the movie Sand Beige, because she's not Snow White. That was the character.
Make that movie, but it's not Snow White. It's the same story.
Then
make it the same story. They've done it before. They've done it before.
What's that
There's
movie?
Tons of fairy tales that have been made into adult romances.
What's that movie from the 90s with Heath Ledger and the fish face girl? He comes out.
10 Things I Hate About You.
Thank you. That was based on Taming of the Shrew. Great fucking
Taming
movie.
Of the Shrew.
But it was based on. It wasn't the exact. So you could take that Snow White property, mix it in a pot like gumbo, and come out with something different. But to call it Snow White, where did he go?
Marsh said, "Fuck this." It looks like he froze.
All right. Hopefully he pops back on. We got 11 minutes. No, continue.
But no,
please.
I just.
It's like if they made a movie about JFK. Go, please. I'm sorry.
Let me make my mind up. Let me make my mind up for myself.
Right. If you're going to make a
lot of guys
piece,
that I've listened to for a while that I respect are really starting to lose my respect because of that. Just shut the fuck up.
I don't know.
Tell me what you think after you see it, not before you see it.
Which is fair. But if you're going to make a historical piece, which none of us were there for the Battle of Troy, I don't know what those people looked like. I can speculate. But I know what JFK looked like. I've seen film footage. So if you try to, I don't know, cast Michael B. Jordan as John F. Kennedy, there's a problem.
Right.
If you try to cast...
Yeah, but I got to say this.
Please,
but
go ahead.
By the same token, you just said you would accept Samuel L. Jackson as Jesus. So...
Nobody knows what Jesus looked like.
Oh,
nobody
nobody knows what the people of Troy looked like either.
Exactly, and that's why I'm
kinda
okay
where
with
going.
that.
You can make
That's
them all black. I don't. If you're
Sure.
gonna wear that's what acting is, then that's what acting is.
I'd love to see it. I'm not going to lie. Would I love to see Michael B. Jordan go out and do "Ask Not What Your Country Can Do for You"? I would pay to watch that. But
I'm just saying it's got to go both ways.
no, I'm not arguing
You know
with
what I-
that.
no,
It
and
does.
I'm not saying any of you are. I'm just saying it's got to go both ways, straight up. If we're going to take the acting point and those people that it's acting, it doesn't matter. It's somebody playing a role, then it's somebody playing a role. But everybody uses it on both sides to make political arguments.
Sure.
Well,
Playing
see,
a role is playing a role.
Right now, Hollywood is in trouble. They've run out of original thought. DC Studios is in danger of being bye-bye again.
Hollywood hasn't had as much original thought as everybody gives them fucking credit for, because every fucking movie, every 20 years, everything recycles with a new name. It's the same story. It's a new concept. It's billed differently, and it's the same story. It's food, guys. I cannot do anything new with food. It's almost fucking impossible.
Marsh's Wi-Fi shit the bed, so I don't know if he's coming back.
It's all been done before. It's just never been done here
this way, right? Like
around
Project Hail Mary was a superb fucking piece of cinema.
Yo,
Loved it,
excellent,
top to bottom.
It was excellent.
But
Yo,
it's not
the
anything
AI
that,
Rocky character was fucking amazing.
But it's a retread of that movie with Jennifer Lawrence and the Chris Pratt. It's kind of it's a retread of
No, it's not Passengers.
I don't.
No. I said it's kind of. It's not. I'm not saying it's word, page and verse. It's a space movie. It's this thing that it's easily palatable for the sci-fi fan. Look, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to catch a lot of shit for this, and I don't care. The last original, like, this is an idea I'm going to put on paper, and I don't care how it gets viewed, and it has like 6 movies in the franchise, and they're all patently ridiculous. They all suck equally, but boy, are they fun to watch. The last original thought out of Hollywood was Sharknado.
Well, that's a total spoof on itself. I mean,
correct. But again,
from a studio that's famous for making mockbuster.
But somebody sat down.
Poster looks kind of similar.
When you sit down at a table.
No, they didn't.
Go ahead. No.
Somebody did a fat rail off a hooker's ass.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was getting at. They're at the table. Do we have any new ideas?
Creative. Whatever it takes to be creative.
Check this out.
All right.
A tornado, right? Over the ocean. And it picks up these sharks. And they get thrown into an amusement park. And Chris Jericho gets his head bit off. And like, fuck. And somebody on the other end is doing meth. And he's like, why didn't I think of that? But you're right. There hasn't been a lot. You know what? I'll go back a little further. The Hangover trilogy is perhaps the best.
I would have to agree that is a set of. It's a very undisappointing trilogy. There's very few movies and series that can go 3.
And one is just as good as the other.
What's the movie? Scream. They sucked it too. But the Hangover, what those 3 movies had,
consistent.
I was going to say they were cohesive. Shit that we'd all heard, shit that we had all discussed and laughed at about movie 1 was brought back in 2, was revisited in 3, and we were all very comfortable with everything that was going on.
It was a circle. It tied itself together.
Right. Yet they added new elements and new shit to keep it semi-fresh.
And there were
brought in new story angles with old people.
But there were 3 separate story arcs. I was watching with my friend Mark the other day, Mike Epps' comedy special, which is hilarious as shit. Go on Netflix and watch it. And I'm staring at him, watching this comedy special. And I'm like, I know him from Friday, but where do I know him from? And we get to the end of it. And I'm in my car and I'm driving home. And the first 2 words out of my mouth were Black Doug. Mike Epps is
You guys
Black
hear me or no?
Doug. Yes, we can hear you. We
Yes,
just
we
cannot
can.
see you,
We
sir.
Yeah, I
can't
hear
see
you.
but we can hear you, sir.
But there's no picture. Okay.
No,
No.
not yet.
Which is better for everybody.
It's just a
You
black
bastard.
screen, and this was no voting accident.
He's
Mr.
putting the
Murtaugh.
lotion on his skin as we speak.
Mr. Murtaugh said it's not a boating accident.
I'm getting too old for this shit.
Oh, thank you.
That was some sad freaking news.
What?
The Murtaugh shit. The Alzheimer's.
Danny Glover has Alzheimer's.
Danny Oh.
Yeah, they announced that late last week, Lynch.
Yeah.
I got to be honest. I've watched the last few of his movies, and you could tell his health. There's a couple movies where you can tell he's had a stroke.
Yeah. But I was really
Yeah,
hoping to
he
get a
hasn't been
little
good for
5.
years.
Well, chances are in the next 6 months
Hey,
we're gonna have
Grant.
our Danny Glover tribute episode.
Jesus. Dear
Yeah,
baby.
he's rough.
Depends
You're
how far
such
into
a
it he is. I mean, if it is
baby
Alzheimer's, depending on how long he's had it before they divulged, I
Right.
mean, you're looking at an 8 to
Yeah.
10 year window.
If you could
But-
see to it to make Dolly Parton drop fucking dead,
What is it with you and Dolly Parton?
What is up with that?
I will start going to church, sir.
Jimmy Wisman will not like you for
I
that.
was gonna say, what did she do to you? Where did she
Show the
touch you?
show the judge on the Dolly where Dolly hurt you.
Right
Right.
here.
Stop it. The family. No, it's not
You
a
must
family.
Oh,
love
God,
her
put that
for
away.
Gail.
I just can't stand her anymore. Look, I understand. Look, I understand. Though, look, if that's what Dolly looked like in the the best little whorehouse in Texas, I need to know what the fuck Jolene looked like. Okay,
Fucking
straight up.
Burt Reynolds.
I'm not gonna lie. Burt Reynolds, while he was slightly gay, was the man.
Burt Reynolds is a fucking man.
All right, I'm gonna say this as a heterosexual male in 2026. Burt Reynolds, although he may have liked the company of other men, was the motherfucker.
Can
Oh,
I?
He was funny as fuck, and he drove a really
Did
cool car. And to be honest, his best friend was Jerry fucking Reed.
Did I
Yeah.
tell you
Drove a
about
cool
my friend?
ambulance too.
Did I tell you about my friend Joe?
No.
Joe Mama.
No, my
Oh.
friend Joe was bigger than Herm, and
Herm now or Herm before?
Herm then.
Herm before
And-
heard.
Joe had been trying to lose weight for years, and he found the Dolly Parton diet, and he did it for 2 years. And at the end of it, it really
I
made
just
Joe
did a 6
lean.
inch sub in the morning and a 6
No.
inch sub at night.
Hey, that just made me think. Herm, did you ever try Kenny Rogers
Oh.
roasters?
Can you let me finish the freaking bit?
I will answer Matt's question in a minute. Mr. Burns, please
Go ahead.
continue.
So Joe does this diet for 2 years, and at the end of it, he is slim and he is svelte, and it really made Joe lean. Jolene. I'll see myself out.
I just realized you got two
I've
different
already
versions of Herm.
I've already called HR.
You got
Jerry-
Fat Herm and Fit
Jerry
Firm.
will be here momentarily. Please clean out your desk.
You can't cancel me. I refuse to be canceled. I refuse to be fired. I am that guy.
You may fire when ready.
Oh,
And
shit.
now
You may
we're
fire when ready.
That
My-
deserves that.
My friend Bill hates that joke because his ex-wife's name is Jolene.
Lynch, you need that speech from the end of freaking Billy Madison where they talk about how we're all dumber for having.
Oh,
this.
hey, I know that speech
Yeah.
verbatim. Mr. Burns, what you just said is the most insanely idiotic thing I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response was there anything close to a rational thought.
You know what? Fuck
Everyone
this.
in this
I'm plugging
room,
this in, and I'm fucking building a fucking sound database.
bring it.
You're all gonna be sorry.
Everyone
we
in
gotta
this
talk-
room is
We
now
got to talk about Kenny
dumber.
Rogers roasters.
For having
I've
heard that.
Never eaten at a Kenny Rogers Roasters, sir.
You know, I just
I
tell
have.
you, I know this
I
thing
wanted-
verbatim, and you
if I
shit on
wanted,
me.
if I wanted Southern Boston Market, I'd go there.
My hair. I work hard on my hair,
Yeah,
and he
you
hits
touched
it. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having heard it. I award you no points, and may God have
God
mercy
have
on your
mercy
soul.
on his soul.
So the next time
I
I
love
try to
that
do
speech.
this, shut the fuck up.
I'm sorry. I got distracted by food.
I understand.
Who?
But listen, we're at the bottom of the hour. I got to go. I got to go do all things Atlanta Motor Speedway, now known as
Nickelback.
Echo Park Speedway. Nickelback can kiss my dick, fat man.
Yeah,
Eat
Oh.
shit.
damn you, sir.
Nickelback is like pineapple on pizza. People
Shut up.
hate it because the internet said to.
I put pineapple on my pizza because it's my fucking pizza.
I had pineapple on
I-
pizza. I dig it.
I don't play Nickelback because I hate fucking Nickelback, and I am a music guy, and I don't like Nickelback. Do not put me in that
Music
box.
Is okay. It holds a position.
It's palatable. If you like
Hold
it, great.
position.
My daughter went and saw Nickelback. I didn't shit on her and didn't cut her off and didn't tell her that she's not my kid anymore. She likes it. That's cool. You like it. I don't have to. I'm not going to buy the records.
So,
Fuck Nickelback.
so the pineapple thing is aesthetic for you?
For
Who,
who?
me?
For Herm. You said it holds position.
Yeah.
No, he
in
said
other
Nickelback.
words, in other words, people hate it because they've been told to. If you know the history behind a Hawaiian pizza,
Here we go.
it's a beautiful fucking story.
We have 3 minutes.
It's about pizza.
All right. So
Well, actually,
actually,
Once upon a time,
no. Yeah. Once upon a time,
before
there
school-
was an Italian immigrant who lived in Canada.
Are we talking about Nickelback again?
No, we're talking about pineapple on pizza,
Okay.
fucker.
Nickelback is Canadian. I see
And
where
the
you went.
Italian immigrant in Canada went on a vacation to Japan.
Oh,
It
And
hurts.
while
Gato.
no, it's all right, Lynch. Suffer, bitch. And while in Japan,
I'm with you, Chris. I'm with you.
tasted real Japanese teriyaki. Now, this Italian immigrant in Canada owned a pizza shop. So when he went home, he wanted to come up with ingredients that he had locally and ingredients that he already had in shop to come up with something that kind of mimicked teriyaki. It was savory, it was salty, it was a little sweet, it had herbs and loveliness to it, and he came up with the pineapple pizza. So the pineapple pizza that we all know as the Hawaiian isn't Hawaiian at all. It's fucking Canadian by an Italian immigrant who went on a vacation to Japan and tried to mimic certain flavor profiles. So for me, the Hawaiian pizza is a fucking thing of beauty. It's a chef that took a concept and totally reworked it.
I'm now thinking about
Lovely.
teriyaki sauce on pizza.
See, all of a sudden, see, big dick energy on the pizza. There
Oh,
it is.
Jesus Christ.
Speaking of dicks,
Teriyaki chicken, some scallions. Yes.
Now, did he bring back authentic teriyaki beans? from
No. There is no teriyaki bean. Teriyaki is a sauce.
Yeah, I know what the fuck it is.
Right, but there is no bean. It's soy
I
sauce.
just meant freaking. Did he bring back the raw ingredients to make Japanese teriyaki?
No, he just went home and wanted to create something that had a savory, sweet profile.
All of you out there that watch this, this is usually what happens pre-show that makes the show late because
You all got
Dickhead 1
into it this time.
and Dickhead 2 can't shut up about food, and we're late. So now you get to feel mine and Chris's pain. We have to sit through this while they wax philosophically on bullshit that has nothing to do with nothing. But I love you guys.
Yeah.
anyway,
Good night.
it's that time.
Adios, muchachos.
Enjoy your pineapple pizza.
Yeah, I want pineapple pizza. No, that's good.
See? Teriyaki chicken pizza?
I
There is.
like that. I gotta try that.
Korean barbecue pizza?
I haven't had Korean barbecue ever.
Well, you're gonna have to I'm gonna have to do something. Oh, that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
There's no last word tonight. I can't deal with these two fucking mouth-breathing, window-licking, crayon-eating idiots anymore this week. But I will entertain them next week and in the group chat all week long. You, sir, and you, sir, may fuck off. Chris, I love you. You're the best.
Enjoy your pizza.
Come on, burger pizza. Come on,
We'll
burger
see
pizza.
you next week.
I'm having a Red Baron.
Like a Tampa